the race class cups have now been cleared, and I think what we're now going to do is do what we did before, which is do the cups first and then do the events afterwards. As to start with, we have got Figure of 8 1 and Stone Skipping. I think these should be interesting. I am of course using the Lentus because I have decided that for pretty much all demolition events I'm just going to use whatever four-wheel drive cars I have. It's just easier for me to do it that way and a bit less stressful, if you know what I mean. Just trying to survive. I think Frank for this has met his match, as I am already in the wall. Oh, it's an actual race event. Well, I suppose it makes sense. But either way, I am very much here, of course, to challenge Frank, as Frank gets turned over. Jason is the leader, and now I take over the lead. And at this point, I look to be clear from the carnage, which is what seems to be happening at the moment. As we are very much at a Figure of 8 circuit. I think one of us is going to get damaged out before this is done. But either way, we are still in contention for this, as I avoid Katie, and I get a power hit on Ray, and also get a blast out on him, as I put him a lap down. Alright, final lap. Looks like this race is going to be pretty much won by me. I actually didn't think this was going to be a proper race event. I thought for sure this was going to be another demolition derby, but it wasn't. And I get another blast out, this time on Sally. And over the line, boosting across the line in fact, at over 140 miles an hour. And I was 4/10 off the lap record set by Jason. But either way, I proved to be the most consistent, and that's what matters. So Jason second, Sophia was third, then it was Jackie who finished in fourth, Katie was fifth, Frank eventually finishing sixth, with Sally seventh, and Ray Carter finishes eighth and last, one lap down. I actually didn't think this was a race event. I almost thought for sure it was going to be another demolition derby, but it wasn't. I was pretty certain it was going to be that, but then, amazingly it wasn't. I think that is actually a breath of fresh air that I probably needed there. So 1 crash out, 2 blast outs, 2 power hits, and 3 slams. And 1700 credits as a bonus. Nice. And I get 2 top driver bonuses for being the best wrecker, and also for being the blast master. Probably because of those 2 wrecks I got on both Ray and Sally. But either way, money's money, and I am happy for it. Because I get paid to do this. So, there we go. The Figure of 8 1 race is now out the door. Now let's get on with Stone Skipping. I think this is the one with the pool. And the vehicles we've got this time are Starflight, Trailblazer, oh yeah, the same vehicles as before, Afterburner, Rocket, and Nucleon. See, so I've used Afterburner, and I've used Trailblazer. Let's use... yeah, we'll use Starflight for this one. As I said before, with these stadium-based events, I only aim for a top 3, and then basically, once I have got that top 3 result, that's all I care about. Launch your driver as far into the swimming pool as possible. Press the launch button as close to the water surface as possible to skip across the surface and increase the distance you travel. Well-timed skips yield bonus points. Okay. Let's see what we have here. Right, okay. Press and hold the launch button to increase the launch angle. Release the button, release the button to set the angle and launch your driver. A small launch angle makes skipping easier. Press the launch button as you near the water surface. The closer you get to the water before pressing, the longer the skip jump. Get as many skips as possible before sinking. Oh, I get it now. Oh, I get it now. So unlike the launch button with the high jump, you're basically having to press the skip a few times in order to get more points. Okay, that's understandable. Alright, let's begin with stone skipping. 3 rounds, I'm aiming for a top 3 if possible. Hopefully we can get this right. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to use a different car. Something that might give me a better shot of doing it. I'm going to switch to Rocket. I've already seen the tutorial, but I want to see if it is to do with car choice that helps you to succeed. Already seen the tutorial, don't need to see it again. Okay, 261. Still don't know if I'm gonna get a top 3 at this point. I understand what it is I need to do now, but I still don't feel like I'm gonna do enough to get there. But I am gonna try for definite to see if I can get somewhere. And right now, that's currently not happening. Okay. Okay, that's better, but is it enough? Okay, it's enough. We got the top 3. I didn't care if I was gonna finish. I didn't care if I was gonna finish 2nd or 3rd anymore. I will gladly take 3rd. I wanted a top 3. That's all that matters. And now, I'm going to get myself a replay. So Frank won in the end with a total score of 923. Then Sophia was 2nd with 831. I finished 3rd with 774. And then Jack finished in 4th with 746. Ray finished 5th with 717. Then it was Katie Jackson 6th with 574. Jason scored 564. And at the back was Sally, only scoring 428. So I guess in some cases it does matter what car you use. Of course the car I used in the end was, well, I switched over to the rocket because I figured it was a better choice. I figured if I could just get enough yardage from those skips I was getting, it would be enough. That was probably all I was asking for, in all honesty. Okay, I think I've got my shots now. I didn't care if I was going to finish second or third. I just wanted to get the top 3. And that was it. And all it took me was 33 minutes to get there. So, yeah, to put it simply, a lot of the stadium events in this game, they do take some getting used to. But at least I get 1200 credits and 774 yards to back it up. That's good. It's good enough for me. I'm not going to tempt fate any further. Alright, so P1 in figure of 8 one, and P3 in stone skipping. As next up we have these. However, I am going to leave those for either tomorrow or another day. Because it is past 11:30 now, and I am recording this on a Thursday night. I really do think I should probably get to bed now. So, next time on FlatOut 2, more figure of 8 racing and scoring a royal flush maybe.